Pat Keenan started his career as the voice of Seahawk basketball. And now announcing requires, if you're doing it well, it requires spirit and requires personality. You can't just say words, you have to breathe life into them, you have to really get people with you. And Pat certainly does that. His iconic calls have made cult figures of some of our basketball players. He's branched out into other sports. He does hockey, and his talents are such that other game managers want to know, hey, is Pat available? And you know you've made your mark when people say, geez, how are we ever going to replace that guy? It's with great pleasure that I award one of the two Seahawk Spirit Awards to Pat Keenan. Shannon Coleman. Now, Shannon is either in three places. She's either in her dorm room or her room, in the classroom, in the ice rink, or lifting weights. So many of us may not have seen her. At least they knew they didn't see her. But there are times when you've seen her and you don't know it. Because during the winter, when our men's ice hockey team was going off to the wilds of Burrillville, and I'll let you know, Rhode Island is the second most densely populated state in the country. But there are parts of this state that no one has seen, and Burrillville is one of them. However,
I'm from Burrillville.
as I said, and there are no roads there either, no maps, no anything. But Shannon comes in to the equipment room and said, Matt, can I borrow the Seahawk costume? Because I'm going to go up there to that uncharted part of the state where no one has ever been and cheer for the men's ice hockey team. So I went up there, and lo and behold, there was Shannon. And again, if you're going to be a Seahawk, you have to have spirit, you have to have personality, and you have to understand how to connect when you can't talk. And Shannon was tremendous. I was sitting next to Colin, and we were both saying, holy moly, he didn't know who it was. Who is that? Shannon was even great when she sat down. Kind of give it a little bit of this. Tremendous. She then took her costume on to other sports, other events, and we're not supposed to know who the Seahawk actually is. But I think there are going to be a lot of times next year when we'll say, I know who it is. It gives me a great deal of pleasure again to award the 2013 Seahawk Award to Shannon Coleman. I'll choose. Shannon, you go first.
Well, thank you very much. I didn't know this was happening. I've always been, like to be obnoxious, and this was a good way for me to do it without anyone knowing it was me. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. I'd just like to say thank you to Coach Chesney and Coach David Hannum, who are no longer with us, but they really they helped me become an announcer. And it's been a pleasure watching all of you play the last few years and getting paid to do so. Thank you.